Let's be honest, our backlogs are already completely full, but the next wave of video games looks so ridiculously good that I am ready to clear my calendar entirely. From massive Earth-sized fantasy sandboxes to cozy indie simulators that I know are going to steal hundreds of hours of my life, the upcoming lineup is absolutely stacked. We've got massive blockbusters, hidden indie gems, and a few games that look so ambitious I'm still convinced they might be a collective fever dream. So without further ado, I am breaking down my personal top 10 most anticipated games that I cannot wait to get my hands on. Let's dive into it. Hear me out. Now, I wouldn't blame you if you were a bit skeptical about Light No Fire, seeing how tumultuous the release of No Man's Sky was all those years ago. But I have a really good feeling about this one, seeing how devoted Hello Games has been to get No Man's Sky to the state it is in today. Set on a planet relative to the size of planet Earth no less, I have no doubt Light No Fire will follow a similar sandbox exploration experience that No Man's Sky offers with a more fantasy style twist. Will Light No Fire allow us to form guilds of explorers to raid and build as we please, or will it focus on the exploration or discovery of ancient civilizations like No Man's Sky? I don't know, but what I do know is I cannot wait to experience everything this game has to offer. One of the more controversial additions to this list is Fable 4, with it being nearly 2 decades since the release of Fable 3 by the time Fable 4 comes out. You would assume many of the developers who worked on Fable 3 have left the studio, meaning that much of the DNA that made the series so fantastical may be absent. But from what I've seen so far, from kicking chickens to quirky NPCs, it looks like the genre's fantastical setting is alive and kicking. No pun intended. It looks like the world is as jam-packed as it seemed to be back in 2010, with hundreds of unique NPCs, thousands of lines of dialogue, and the office-style humour. You'd be forgiven for wondering what all the negative fuss is about. But assuming this 2027 release is the final delay, we will finally get to dive back into the world of Albion once again. Now, I still haven't stopped riding the high of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So when I saw Guild Europa 1410 announced in August of 2025, I knew this would be another top pick that I cannot wait for. It looks like another simulation style game that sees players develop their own guild across the early modern capitals of commerce around Europe, by establishing trade routes, forming business relationships, and ousting competitors and rivals from your markets. This is such an interesting period of history, with modern understandings of trade, commerce, and finance being central to the development that created the modern world. So by allowing players to capitalize on new means of production and far-reaching trade, we will surely see players accumulating vast sums of wealth in no time. One that many of you may not have heard of is Let's Build a Dungeon from the studio Spring-Loaded. High on the success of Let's Build a Zoo, the developers look like they are stepping into a different flavour of the simulation genre by allowing players to create their own dungeon. If you are someone who loves games like Game Dev Tycoon and Roller Coaster Tycoon, or even Prison Architect, this looks like it could become your latest time sink. By hiring coders and designers, you can create a dungeon that is as punishing or rewarding as you like for the many virtual adventurers you can send to their demise or to their triumph. Now, there isn't a release date as of yet, and we haven't heard much for a while now. That can only mean we aren't too far off another announcement in the near future, to find out more about the gameplay loop and what players can expect from this unique simulation adventure. Now, I can't really claim to be an expert of the lore of Warhammer. I can claim to be an absolute mega fan of the Total War RTS genre of games, and this looks like it may finally fill the gap that Creative Assembly have left wide open with their recent failures. Everything we have seen so far of this one looks spectacular, but what will matter most is how the game feels, and if this title in the series will succumb to the same monotonous gameplay loop that has plagued the last couple releases from Creative Assembly. As long as Creative Assembly can find a way to make this one feel free and entertaining by including some new mechanics and some tweaks to the AI, I'm sure this could be a solid step in the right direction for a studio that is under an increasing amount of pressure to get it right with the next one. If you've been following this one, you already know, developed by Chucklefish, Witchbrook is basically the ultimate magical school life simulator. Think Stardew Valley meets Harry Potter, but wrapped in some of the most gorgeous, detailed isometric pixel art I have ever seen in my life. Every single frame of this game just oozes cozy, magical vibes. This game will see you playing through each day at a witch academy where you will no doubt be developing your spellcraft, building relationships with your peers, brewing potions with a multitude of effects. It looks like the absolute perfect comfort game to completely lose myself in after a stressful day. A world where my biggest worry is whether my potion is going to explode or if my magical crush likes me back. Look, I know we all say, don't hype yourself up for upcoming games, we've all been burned before, but Blood of the Dawnwalker, throw the rulebook out the window because I am officially losing my mind over this game. This open world blood-soaked vampire RPG is bound to scratch every itch while we wait for The Witcher 4. With some developers having worked at CD Projekt Red, the DNA is definitely there. But it's not just the combat, the art direction is gorgeous. It has this gritty dark fantasy aesthetic and the creature designs look genuinely terrifying. News since the announcement in early 2025 has stated the story will follow a somewhat chronological structure, with the entire campaign being limited to a time frame. It still seems as though there is plenty of wiggle room for the player to explore the world at their own pace. Metro is another franchise that hasn't had a lot of love in recent years, with the last release in the franchise coming out in 2019. Yet the latest trailer for Metro 2039 looks absolutely terrifying and breathtaking. I can't wait to see what the Metro looks like with next-gen graphics. Just the thought of slowly making my way through the tunnels while the ambience of creatures in the darkness and dramatic firefights breaking out at any moment. I seriously can't wait. If you're someone who enjoys shooters and dabbles with the horror genre, you need to get a copy of Metro 2039. When it releases, just remember to bring your Geiger counter and a mug for your favourite cup of mushroom tea. It would be impossible to make a video on which games I'm excited for right now without mentioning GTA 6. It felt like this moment would never happen, and after a few delays, we finally have a definitive release date. With record-breaking pre-orders of tens of millions, this game is going to break the internet on release. I'm telling you now. With its next-gen physics engines, jaw-dropping graphics, and characters that already have me intrigued, I cannot wait to play this on release and just cruise around Vice City with the radio on full. If you were planning on pre-ordering GTA 6, do be aware that GTA Online will not be available on release, and it is unlikely that PC users will be able to play GTA 6 on release as well. But since I'm on Xbox, I'll be basking in the glory of this awesome game on day one. Guys and girls, this is the big one. Although we still have to wait for the Witcher 3 DLC that looks like it will introduce the players to the context of the Witcher 4's story, I can't contain my excitement for this one. A lot of the debate prior to the announcement at the Game Awards in 2024 was who the main protagonist will be. With it now being made clear that the protagonist will be Ciri, players can look forward to exploring the Northern Realms on Kelpie. Now I love anything dark and gritty, and after seeing the announcement trailer and the capabilities of CD Projekt Red working within the Unreal Engine, it looks like this game is going to tick every single box. So from claiming contracts by beheading all manner of foul beasts to solving village squabbles and defeating a no doubt world-threatening foe, this game cannot come soon enough. And that concludes my top 10 games I cannot wait for, over and done with. From Let's Build a Dungeon to GTA 6, it looks like there are plenty of awesome games coming out in the near future, despite all the ups and downs we see from the gaming industry as of late. So I just want to say thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed my top 10 games I cannot wait for, and if you guys have any games on your wishlist, let me know in the comments below. I post as often as I can, so please subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video, and leave a thumbs up if you're feeling extra awesome today. You can expect plenty more videos like this, as well as gameplay of my favourite titles right now. But until then, you've been awesome, and I've been Callum. Goodbye.